Hey everyone, it's Socket Man here. Just thought I'd give a small preview of the next project. This is a 1970 Royal Enfield Interceptor 750. It's actually 736 cc's. It's a parallel twin. This was the last year that they manufactured this bike in England before selling all the tooling and the name to a company in India, and they're continuing to manufacture the Royal Enfield Bullet, which is a 500cc single to this day. And actually there's some exciting news that in the next year or two they might actually be bringing out a twin again, but they're manufactured in England or in India, so the jury's still out on how well they'll be from a quality standpoint, and if it's new technology or if they're going to crank out the same stuff that was sold in the 60s and actually designed back in the 40s. Anyway, it's quite an interesting bike. There's a lot of work to be done. My buddy Dave bought this brand new in 1970, drove it for about 6 years, put about 6,000 miles on it, and then parked it, and it's sat since then. 1976, I rescued it when he was moving out of his apartment in 2003, and then it came here and it's sat, it did sit at his place outside. It was in a, well, not outside, it was in a garage, but it was not really a controlled garage. It was pretty damp, concrete, the doors were being opened all the time. It was in an apartment, so there were 3 people using the doors. It was not the greatest environment, but it was at least out of the sun and out of the direct rain. But as you can see, this is supposed to be a chromed tank. We did kind of polish her up, but it's all going to have to be redone. The chrome is actually popping off of here. So the original owner is coming out. We're going to start a teardown tomorrow. We are doing a nut and bolt restoration on this. There'll be quite a few parts that we'll have to actually order. Everything's stock and original. So hopefully we will be able to recondition, re-chrome, replate, redo, reseal, re-everything. The exhaust at this point has to have close inspection. Looks like we'll have to order a couple of new mufflers, maybe a couple of new down tubes. And then everything stem to stern from a seal standpoint. We'll see what the bearings are like when we start tearing apart wheel hubs. And the engine's going to have a complete teardown as well, so every gasket and seal in there will be redone. I think the engine itself is fine, turns over. Dave's, other than having it sit for that long, which he didn't have a lot of control of other than selling the bike, he did drop oil into it every couple or 3 years, kick it over. So I'm not anticipating any significant wear issues, or internally on the engine any significant rust issues. On the outside, pretty much everything, the chrome is starting to drop away, will have to be refinished. So that's the next project. We will keep you, the good thing is what you see there is what sat outside. He did pull some of the bits off when he realized he wasn't going to be on the road for some time. The seat was brought inside. It's in perfect and original condition. The speedometers, everything that's missing there basically we have. So all the throttle assembly, the clutch levers, the mirrors, everything he did box up and pull inside that he could take off easily, and it didn't take up a whole ton of room from a storage standpoint. So there you have it. We'll start doing some videos possibly of the teardown, or certainly after all the bits are apart, give you a brief update on where we stand. Ciao for now.